Saludos, hola, ¿cómo están? Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches. So for today, we're going to do the present of the ER verbs, the regular ER verbs, los verbos ER. These are the ones that end in, obviously, ER. Just like with the AR verbs, los verbos AR, we're going to cut off those last two letters when we're using it to take away the infinitive. We're going to cut off the last two letters, replace them in the yo form with an o. So I've used here as an example leer, to read, yo leo, I read, tú lees, you read, vos lees, you read, él lee, he reads, ella lee, she reads, usted lee, you read, nosotros leemos, we read, vosotros leéis, I think you say it that way, leéis, y'all read, ellos leen, they read, ellas leen, they read, ustedes leen, y'all read. So I've used all of the forms that I can think of here in this example. Notice that it doesn't matter that we have two E's. We're only going to cut off the last one. The one before that is just part of the stem. It's not going to change at all. Same pattern is going to be followed with all of your other verbs. So comer, to eat, como, I eat, comemos, we eat, comes, you, familiar, eat, come, he, she, it eats, or you, formal, eat, comen, they eat, or you guys eat, y'all eat. Same pattern as always. Oh, as always, como is I'm eating, I do eat, or I eat. Comes, you are eating, you do eat, you eat, lo que sea. We don't need those helping verbs in Spanish. Proteger, if you have a G right before the ending, because the he makes that he sound, it wouldn't make that sound if you had a G-O. It would be protego, but that's not a word. That's not what we say. We keep the sound the same, so it's protejo, like you would expect. We just go ahead and spell it the way it sounds. Protejo with the jota. Proteges, you protect. Protege, he, she, it protects. Protegemos, we protect. Protegen, they protect. Most of the time we just leave the he, but we put the jota in the yo form to preserve that sound. And that will be true of pretty much any ER verb or IR verb when we get there that the stem ends in a he. To preserve that sound, it's going to switch to a jota, jo, protejo. Escoger, same story, to choose, to pick. Escojo, you'll have the jota. Escoges, escoge, escogemos, escogen. Resulta igual. Creer, to believe. Same way with leer. Creo, crees, cree, creemos, creen. You can believe in something. Creo en fantasmas. Or you can not believe in something. No creo en fantasmas. I don't believe in ghosts. You can believe that something is true. Creo que es posible. I believe it's possible. Creo que hay tiempo. I think there is time. Okay. For right now, I'm going to say you can't not believe that something, blah, blah, blah. Because if you say, oh, I don't believe that, blah, 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 the second half of the sentence, the blah, 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 requires a verb form that we're not going to learn just yet. That's a little bit more advanced. So you can go ahead and say, I believe that we can do it. Creo que podemos. That's fine. But if you say, oh, I don't think we can do it, we don't know how to say that yet. Beber, bebo, bebes, bebe, bebemos, beben. Fácil. The synonym of tomar, to drink, but just to drink. You can beber una bebida, you can drink a drink, a beverage, but you can't beber el autobús, like you can tomar el autobús. You can't really beber, I don't know, aspirina. I don't think aspirin comes in liquid form. Not like you can tomar aspirina. So lots of things you can tomar, but beber really is just for drinks. Responder, yes, to respond, but to answer. Like contestar, it's what you do after someone pregunta, after someone asks a question. So contestar, regular AR verb. Responder, regular ER verb. Aprender is to learn. Aprendo la canción nueva if you're learning a noun, like you're learning a speech, you're learning a poem, I don't know, you're learning a map. I don't know what you're learning. If you're learning a noun, aprendo. No extra word after it except for the thing that you're talking about. If you're learning to do a thing, if you're learning an action, aprendo a, and then whatever it is. Aprendo a cantar. I'm learning to sing. Aprendo a hablar hebreo. Ustedes aprenden a hablar español. Es fácil. Yo no aprendo a hablar español. Yo aprendo a hablar hebreo. Es muy difícil. Me mata. Comprender, to understand. Just like with creer, you'll frequently have a que after it. Comprendo que, I understand that, blah, blah, blah. Comprendo, comprendes, comprende, comprendemos, comprenden. Correr, to run. Yo no corro, I don't run. De hecho, in fact, nunca corro, I never run. O, you want to say it with the double negative? Yo no corro nunca. Si corro, debes correr tú también. If I run, you should run too. Just as always, we don't have to have the yo. Si yo corro, tú debes correr también. Don't repeat the two. You can say tú debes correr tú también, but don't be pedantic. Don't repeat it. So you can leave it out. As always, if I run, you ought to run too. Deber is should or ought to. Much like in English, it's for advice, suggestions. Like if I'm running, something scary is coming, you should probably run too, because yo no corro nunca, nunca corro. Vender is the opposite of comprar. Comprar is to buy, to purchase, so vender is to sell. Vendo, vendes, vende, vendemos, venden. Toser, to cough. I can't fake coughing, but toser, it's one of the things you do when you have a cold. Like estornudar, to sneeze, they go together. Toser, estornudar. Barrer, con la escoba, with the broom. What do you do with a broom, with an escoba? You sweep, barrer. Barro, barres, barre, barremos, barren. And it's sort of a synonym of limpiar. Limpiar is to clean in general. So that could be cleaning, with chemicals, with water, with soap, with a vacuum cleaner. All of that is limpiar. Barrer is just sweeping, with the broom or with some other thing that you use for sweeping. And then this isn't really regular, but ver, to see, almost fits with this pattern. Because most of the forms, ves, ve, vemos, ven, are regular. Veo even kind of sounds regular. Veo. It sounds like leo and creo. It's just that when you cut off the ere, when you cut off the er, you shouldn't have an e left. So the yo form really ought to be bo, but it is not bo. It is veo. Veo, ves, ve, vemos, ven, the verb to see. Loosely a synonym of mirar. But mirar, if you're looking at something, that kind of involves effort. Like you're choosing to continue looking at it or to watch it. But ver, sometimes you see things and you really don't even want to. You just open your eyes and, veo arañas, I see spiders. Veo cucarachas, I see roaches. I don't want to see them. They're just there. Veo fantasmas, I see ghosts, whatever. So, muy bien, and they're the same frequencies as with the AR verbs. Jamás, nunca, una vez, once, dos veces, 2 times, tres veces, 3 times. Unas veces, a few times, sometimes. De vez en cuando, once in a while. A veces, sometimes. A menudo, often, frecuentemente, frequently. Siempre, always. So lots of ways that you can use your ER verbs. You'll also see a lot of ER verbs that are irregular that we haven't gotten into today, like tener, or that are stem changers, like, I don't know. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but there are dozens or thousands. So, but here's the basic pattern. Leo, les, le, lemos, len. Como, comes, come, comemos, comen. So, a practicar. Ciao.